Welcome to LimaCharlie. In this short video, I'm going to show you how to configure and get started with outputs. Outputs allow you to send your data wherever you want. For the uninitiated, LimaCharlie provides cloud-first building blocks for cybersecurity. We deliver these in the form of an advanced endpoint detection and response capability, software-defined networking, log and artifact ingestion, including real-time Windows event log monitoring, and a growing list of adjacent capabilities. It's an approach that'll feel familiar to anybody who's worked with AWS, the Google Cloud Platform, or any major cloud provider. So let's go take a look at how it works. We're going to get started inside of the web application by navigating to the Outputs view. Because I don't have any outputs created yet, I'm just going to click Add Output, and I'm presented with a bunch of output streams. These are different levels and different types of telemetry that you can direct to wherever you want it to go. The first one are the events, which represents like a full telemetry stream from the sensors you have installed through LimaCharlie. We store these for 1 year by default, but you may want to put them into cold storage somewhere for longer or use them in another application or something like that. The detection stream is just the telemetry involved in the detections that are made by detection and response rules on the LimaCharlie platform. You could send these to Slack to alert your operations team, or again, put them into something else. Deployments is a stream that is telemetry generated from deployment events, so when new sensors get installed and things like that. The audit logs is telemetry around what your operators and analysts are doing on the LimaCharlie platform. So we store those for 1 year by default, but you might want them longer for compliance. And then finally, the artifact stream is the data that you ingest through the log and artifact ingestion mechanism. When those files come in, they get normalized into JSON and processed by LimaCharlie, but you might want to save them somewhere for longer. For this example, we're going to work with the full event stream and click on that. So you can see we have a whole bunch of different options here. We have Kafka, S3, Humio, SCP, SFTP, Slack, SMTP, Syslog. There's a lot of different options. If you see something or if you want to do something that's not on this list, let us know. There's either a way to do it or we can add it quickly. For this example, I'm going to send it into Google Cloud Storage. So configuration is pretty simple, but I'm going to need a Google bucket. So I'm going to pop over and do that. So here I am in a fairly vanilla GCP instance. It's a brand new account. I haven't done anything in here yet. So I'm going to scroll down to Cloud Storage and I'm going to create a bucket. I'm going to give that bucket a name and hit continue. I'm just going to go with all the default configurations. So multi-region availability, standard access levels. We're going to keep it private. Enforce public access prevention in this bucket because we do care about security. Hit continue, and we're just going to go with that. So our bucket's being created, and we're ready to go. So now that we've got our bucket, we're going to have to create a JSON key that we can use to authenticate from LimaCharlie. We're going to type in IAM because we're going to go create a service account. We'll click on service accounts there. Click Create Service Account up top. We're going to give it a name, LC Demo. I don't need a description for this. I'm just trying to get us through here. Currently used, yeah, we'll go with that. Owner, continue. Great. So this sort of reaffirming what we just did. It's updating the policy. Then we'll hit Done. From here, we should be able to create a key. Manage keys. We're going to add a key, create a new key. We're going to choose JSON for the key type. We're going to say OK. We're going to save it to our desktop. And we should be good to go. So let's pop back over to LimaCharlie. Now that we're back inside of LimaCharlie, I'm going to want to give my output a name. And then I'm going to want to enter the name of the bucket as I named it inside of GCP. And then I'm going to want to cut and paste the full chunk of JSON that was in the file we downloaded into this secret key field and hit Save Output. To test to make sure the connection's working, we can hit refresh samples. Sometimes take a second for telemetry to come through, so we'll give it a couple shots here. You know, this stuff never works when it's demo day. And there we go. So that's some of the telemetry flowing from the endpoints in my lab up into the GCP bucket now. There's a few advanced options there that I sort of glossed over, but you can start to filter things by tag, endpoint, a whole bunch of interesting stuff to do. But I think that's it for this demo. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We love talking to customers, and we're always looking for ideas about how we can expand the platform. That's it. Happy hunting.